Actor Philip Seymour Hoffman died this weekend at age 46. Matt Lewis, was this the great actor of our time?
Part of the sadness is he never traded off of his looks or his youth.
Yeah.
And so there's every reason to believe he could have had another 40 years, potentially, of churning out great performances.
Yeah, people should stop doing heroin.
I mean, was he a method actor?
No.
He definitely wasn't like the Daniel Day-Lewis sense, where you
Because that's
didn't
a
have to
whole
like...
other discussion.
It's like, I have my wife call me Abe.
No.
For like 8 months at a time. How much must Daniel Day-Lewis's wife hate him?
So much.
Like, I feel like Daniel Day-Lewis has been married for like 20 years, and she just has to put up for like years at a time. Like, Daniel Day-Lewis is the world's most intense person.
He didn't use his cell phone for the whole time he was filming Lincoln. Hey honey, can you pick up some beer? No, I can't use the phone. Nothing, I can't do anything that wouldn't have happened then.
Sally Fields had these text messages from him where he'd write them to Mary Todd as Abe, but they were text messages sent to Sally Fields.
Wow.
It's like, you're demented.
Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos didn't show up to play in the Super Bowl last night, so they lost by big margin. It was like 1,000,000 to 1 or something. Will, did you expect this? Did you expect that there was any chance that Peyton Manning, perhaps one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, could have such a terrible game?
Will, were you aware that last night was the
Yeah, I
Super Bowl?
was.
Peyton Manning choked. Peyton Manning has now, I believe, lost more playoff games than anybody else in history.
It looked like the Harlem Globetrotters when they play that no-name college team whenever they travel around the country.
The Washington Generals.
So-
is
No.
the team they beat
But
every time.
it's like
right?
they're like bouncing the basketball off their heads and circling it
first-
around them.
the
and
first play of the
dunking it on
game was
them.
a safety, right? I
That
mean,
was
they couldn't even do the
ridiculous.
snap.
Wow.
Did you guys catch the halftime show? Bruno Mars, I thought, did awesome.
Well, first when Bruno Mars came on, my dad texted me, "Is this really the Red Hot Chili Peppers?" No, Dad, that's not the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No.
And he was like, "Who was that guy? He was great."
You know, I'm not sure the elites are talking about it, but, you know, the American people are talking about it. You saw a lot of nipple last night. There's this huge kerfuffle, if you will, about Janet Jackson's nipple. Last night, we saw all of these old white man nipples. And
That was
suddenly,
even more offensive to my eyes.
Yeah, and that's okay.
No
Janet
pasties
Jackson's
either.
like beautiful nipple. It's like, boo, no, the government has to step in. But, you know, we get in like a bunch of like 60-year-old dudes writhing around pretending that they're like 18 and drunk. Have you seen like Iggy Pop, the later years and everything? It's like, hey, you're looking pretty good for a guy who rolled around in glass for a decade.
But look, I would be for consistency.
The Daily Caller has done some great things cataloging this. You can show every part of the boob, and it's like, that's not nudity, that's fine. There's under boob, there's side boob, there's over boob, there is, what's the in-between boob?
Interior.
Cleavage.
Interior. Interior, or cleavage. But you start like if they show nipple and everything, then not only is it like culturally taboo,
Yeah.
then it is a legal issue. Then the police come involved, the government sues you, people go to jail over the female nipple.
Pope Francis recently has like said to women, nursing mothers,
Yeah,
we're in church, feel free to whip it out.
yeah.
Because it's
Did he say it like that?
I mean,
Because
you
it's
know,
going to be the
it's
only
Latin.
chance he gets to see them.
Number one, like I don't really think guys should go topless that much.
That's true.
I think there's way too much of it,
Yeah.
and maybe too little of the other.
Well,
You could
but I mean,
argue.
there's
you know,
no,
that sounds like a
don't.
sensible
It's
position.
too early.
I know
fuck
this
is
is
that?
gonna get cut out because it's not funny or anything.
No offense, men's nipples aren't sexy.
How is it different? If you squeeze our nipples, do we not feel joy?